The promised land, a future promising land, an idea whose time has come. All the forces in the world are not as powerful as an idea whose time has come, Victor Hugo. The promised land is an undefined region that was promised to Abraham and to his seeds with no discrimination. The land of the State of Israel plus the land of the Palestinian Authority makes the critical and the fatal part of the promised land. All the descendants of Ishmael and Isaac within the critical part of the promised land are entitled to live inside an inspiring, promising future. This is a bold statement to start with. The realization of this statement requires transforming the paradigm that underlies the unstoppable malicious cycle of bloodshed and remissions that has been shaping the history of humanity since the killing Abel by his brother Cain. This paradigm dictates a world of you or me, where the inevitable mutual relatedness is my existence as an identity depends on the elimination of yours as such. The future we are doomed to will persist to be threatening. A threatening future calls for a world of violence, despair, fear, destruction, corruption, genocide, abuse, and pain. A world of sabotaging the deed of creation. A world of polluted and funding mutual listening. A world of frontier and separation lines between hostile identities. You can see the global frontier separation lines between the Islamic world and the Christian world, and here we are there. We're going to work on this part. A promising future calls for vitality, a promising future calls for a world of vitality, affinity, trust, creativity, dignity, generosity, mutual empowerment, inspiration, and responsibility. A world of natural connectedness to the act of creation. A world of clear and embracing mutual listening. A world of interface and engagement avenues between authentic resources. This can be done by thoroughly shifting the mutual listening of the Arabs and the Jews from polluted to clear and from friending to embracing, by geniusly redesigning their critical frontier separation lines between representatives of the hostile civilizations to promising future avenues of partnership. Let's imagine that all that has been done already and it's happening. A new unimaginable treaty for unfolding the magic of this land as God's gift for all is being woven between the descendants of Ishmael and Isaac. A new inspiring future is emerging. A possible vision for a promising future treaty, the promised land is a generous home in which every woman and man, community, nation, religion, and culture exist in dignity and express themselves as fully. An inviting space in which everyone is engaged as unique resource for realizing this land as God's gift, as a source for inspiration for humanity, a model to be reproduced. How does it look like on the court as a confederation, where the bonds between the state of Ishmael's sons and the state of Israel's sons is inseparable? Each state is a federation of its cantons, all aligned around the Renaissance Avenue. We can see a minute, so I'll jump and I jump and go on. Imagine that the impact of the relationship between Israel and the Palestinians and the Arabic world is the Israeli government, that the Israeli government ignited a long, great journey for transforming the mutual relatedness between the Israeli Jews and the Israeli Arabs. Like you and us are the unique and essential resources to fulfilling the amazing promised land as God gives, as a promising future land. Can you experience the glimpse of the rising promising future? The taste of possible promising treaty between you and us in this amazing piece of land. Our job is spreading the rumor. Thank you.